Good evening and welcome to the South Metro Sportsplex. Today's game is the Walsh Jesuit Warriors and the Moeller Fighting Crusaders. Introducing tonight's starting lineup for Walsh Jesuit in goal, number 31, Zach Ferment. At defense, number 8, Colton Z. At defense, number 12, Jacob Ambach. At forward, number 25, Nathan Colsanti. At forward, number 15, Jackson Purser. At forward, number 19, Upper Noah. At coach, the rest of the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. And now the Moeller Crusaders. In half, number 39, Brandon Walsh. At defense, number 26, Adam Gann. At the other defense, number 88, Griffin Gaston. At forward, number 19, Dane Castleman. At forward, number 9, Jaden Perkins. At forward, number 10, Jackson Perkins. Head coach, Jeff Mason, and the rest of your Moeller Crusaders. Join the announcers and rise to lift your caps and join us in the singing of our national anthem.
It's another day of hockey here at South Metro Sportsplex. A neutral site game awaits us here at 5 o'clock as the Moeller Crusaders out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and in the Capital Hockey Conference will take on the Walsh Jesuit Warriors, who are out of the Great Lakes Hockey League, and they fell to Springboro yesterday by a 2-1 margin. This is Lee W. Mound with you here. Thanks for joining us on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. Brennan Mortenstrauss gets the start in goal for Moeller as the only goalie. And his opponent, the Warriors, send Zach Ferment as the goalie. Brody Lurch, who got the start yesterday and took a tough 2-1 loss. He's backing up Ferment today as the Crusaders are donning the white kit, navy numbers, golden trim on the back. The largest numbers I've ever seen on a hockey jersey. That's very nice to have. And back in the maroon kit with the golden shoulders, numbers, and letters are the Walsh Jesuit Warriors, who head down the ice to start off our contest in the first period. And Moeller will go upwards for this battle. Walsh Jesuit in town in Dayton, Ohio. Well, Centerville, Ohio, if you'd like to pick hair. It's a suburb of Dayton. For 3 games, this being the second of 3, as the Warriors will take on the St. Xavier Bombers tomorrow at noon. And Walsh Jesuit fell to Springboro 2-1. Moeller's coming off a 4-1 loss at the Ice House, you know, the side rink of Nationwide Arena, to the Upper Arlington Golden Bears. And we are underway. 3-3-1 are the Fighting Crusaders. And Moeller back on the defense. It's Griffin Gaspar from the junior varsity roster. He's trying to clear it away. This Crusader squad battling a couple of injuries. In fact, I was told by the coaching staff that 4 freshmen will be making an appearance out on the ice on defense for the Crusaders. 25 seconds in, Moeller on their attacking zone with Dane Castleman, the captain of these Fighting Crusaders. Up ahead now for Jaden Perkins from the left corner, chiseled away by starting defender Colton Ziem. A whistle in the far corner with 14:23 to go in the first period. Moeller, a 3-game losing streak. Start off at the University of Notre Dame tournament. Lost in the last game of the championship game. And then last night in Columbus to Upper Arlington. The Golden Bears look to be one of the tough customers in the red division of the Capital Hockey Conference. Chiseled in by Steven Adams of Moeller. Moeller also led under a new head coach, Brad Gibson. He's in his first year, taking over for longtime head coach Mike Reeder. Down this way comes Walsh Jesuit. On the near wing is Nola Colasanti. And Moeller takes the puck back into the neutral zone. An open dish to Clay Matthews. Matthews blasted wide of Zach Ferment. Ferment getting the start today. Did not appear in yesterday's loss to Springboro, where the Panthers claimed a 2-1 victory. Walsh Jesuit got their only goal with 5.7 seconds left in the contest. Back to Moeller. They're looking to score early here. Wide of Ferment. And settled down by, looks like that's Jackson Holzapple out there. Warriors have it. A dash towards Aiden Cook, and that's going to go not for icing. The referee waves it off on the deflection, so Moeller's defense will have to pick it away. Aiden Cook still out there, hustling for the puck. Steven Adams gets there first for Moeller. Dashed in from the right point and intercepted by Noel Snary. Skipped on ahead, looking for Nick Bartyguin. Going back for it now is Jackson Holzapple once again. 12:58 to go in the opening period, no score. Towards the Zamboni corner, icing already waved off as the Crusaders on top of it. Spinning around with the puck is Will Schoonover. Schooning now towards the left, looking for Brock Rumpke. And that's going to go for icing on the Crusaders, and back in front of sophomore Brennan Martin-Strauss will go. Walsh Jesuit, 3-3 on the year. They lost to Springboro yesterday, 2-1. 1-1 in the Great Lakes Hockey League, led under first-year head coach Pete Galleri, who is the new replacement for a longtime head coach of Walsh Jesuit. Flipped high towards the protective net. Rumpke sells it on the catch, looking for the centerman in A.J. Luzzi. Back towards the defense goes Moeller. It's Schoonover again. Up ahead, left wing will have a delayed penalty, and Moeller will be going on the power play first with 12:23 to go in our opening frame, and it looks like it's a check from behind. Was that Joseph Holzer going in the box? But it's a 5-minute major against Walsh Jesuit, and the Crusaders have a long power play to work. 5 minutes will take us to the 7:23 to go mark, so Moeller, a golden opportunity here as Castleman takes the face-off for the Crusaders. Around 1 Warrior, now 2 Warriors. Castleman still controls it. Could not find the man in the slot, but it's kept in by Will Schoonover, staying on this power play cell. 15 seconds gone from the major check from behind. And with major power plays, they don't go away. You serve your entire 5. Cleared away by Walsh Jesuit by one of 2 alternate captains, Hunter Nalepka. Played quite well yesterday. 1 senior on this team is Nate Colasanti. He's also an alternate captain. Straight ahead, it's tipped, so no icing will be whistled against Moeller. Going back for now is Jackson Holzapple. 4:21 remains on the power play. 11:42 to go in the first. No score. Moeller taking on Walsh Jesuit from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. A battle around the left corner. Chiseled away by the Warriors. Jackson Kirscher is part of the starting lineup. He'll try to go back for it, but it's kept in by Clay Matthews on the right point. Around the bend. Nice settle down by Gans, Adam Gans. Around the left bend once more. Now looking for Castleman. Quickly met up with a Warrior. Castleman trying to tangle his way around. A couple Warriors clashing in. 3 of the 4 on that PK cell. Swarming over the puck. There's a blast by Matthews. It's stopped in front by Hunter Nalepka. Give him the save on that. 3:36 to go on the power play. 10:57 to go in the first. No score. Shot is blocked. Back to Moeller on the blue line. Whisked on in, and unable to finish it off was Jackson Perkins in the slot. Martin Strauss with the quick heads-up read and a give to Gans as Walsh Jesuit swaps out their penalty kill cell. Battle for the puck now for Chase Vondran, Vondran kicks it back for Matthews. Now looking into the neutral zone, back for the Warriors. Behind the goal line it goes. Here's Clay Matthews. Clay Matthews now pushing it through as the Crusaders will swap out one. Belted towards the left, and here comes a clear right of the goalie, Brennan Mortenstrauss. He'll let it go for an incoming Griffin Gaspar. 10:10 to go in our opening frame. No score. Moeller taking on Walsh Jesuit here at South Metro Sportsplex. Towards the left will go Barty Green. Barty Green will go around the left corner, pushing it through. Right-hand control, pass in front. Vermette keeps the puck out of the net. Closest one there was Cooper Hollum. And we'll drop it in front of the Walsh Jesuit goalie. With 9:51 to go in the first, 2:28 to go on the power play. Halfway through the major check from behind. We'll drop it to the right of Zach Vermette. Both are very young goalies. I believe both sophomore years for Walsh Jesuit. Not an easy task to jump into. Your first year at high school and having to patrol the net. A very tough situation. Young goalies like that don't get a lot of credit. It's a big scrum for the puck in the right corner. Barty Green trying to reach down low, and the refs blow the whistles. As the puck is dead, we'll drop it to the left of Vermette this time. Now with 9:30 to go in the first. And 2:07 remaining on the check from behind on Walsh Jesuit. Couple new Crusaders out there. Jaden Perkins, along with Dane Castleman again for the face-off, and also the left winger and Jack Steffam. Open ice for Gaspar. From the left point, a dish towards the left face-off circle. Down low, it's wide by Castleman. Trying to get the first power play goal of the game, first goal of the game even. Here's Snary, right point. Crowbarred away and scooped up by Jaden Perkins. Jaden Perkins, who was the twin brother of Jackson Perkins. Going back for Dane Castleman. Here's Jaden again. To Gaspar. Gaspar sends it. Vermette save. Down low, and Vermette will hold on to loose puck with a couple Crusaders on the left flank of the Warriors goalie. 8:51 to go in our first period. There is no score. Face-off happens to the right of Zach Vermette as the Crusaders swap out some of their power play unit. Clay Matthews returns. Will Schoonover too. This time Jack Steffam will take the face-off as Castleman kicked out of the hash marks. It was Castleman with a check on the back of Colton Ziem. Buck in the right face-off circle. Kicked away. Now for Jacob Ambach. And cleared away once again by Walsh Jesuit. Very effective penalty kill cell right now for Walsh Jesuit. They will kill off 4/5 of the power play as Moeller gets out of the neutral zone. Here's Matthews pushing on the right wing behind the net of Vermette. And Walsh Jesuit comes up with the puck and cleared away once more by the Warriors, donning the maroon and the gold. Flicked away, Brennan Mortenstrauss keeps it away from an incoming Nate Colasanti, again the lone senior on this squad. Pushing up ahead is Castleman. Works that right wing. Now controlled by, that's Jaden Perkins. His shot goes wide. 35 seconds remain on that check from behind Major. 7:54 to go in the first period. No score. Squeezed in the left point. Loose puck, and we're going to have a penalty on Moeller. It's cleared away. Martin Strauss with a touch, and the Crusaders will be going in the box. That will be called a check from behind. 2 check from behinds already in this contest. I believe it was Castleman going in for the check from behind. I believe that's 5 minutes against the Moeller captain. So Walsh Jesuit gets their first power play of the game. It'll be a major power play too. However, the Warriors still have to chew out 20 seconds of the original check from behind. Back-to-back check from behinds to start this contest. It's 2 major power plays, 1 for each team. As taking the face-off was Vondran. And back for Snary. Snary and Vondran will arc it back, but that's icing since we're on 4-on-4. That does tick off 10 seconds of the 4-on-4, meaning in 10 seconds there's a 5-on-4. Upcoming 4. The Warriors of Walsh Jesuit. Face off to the left of Brennan Martin Strauss. Don's one of the alternate captain A's. Aiden Cook blasted. Martin Strauss got a piece, and it's cleared away by the defense. However, the Warriors reset, trying to chop it down. Angle it was Weiner. 2 games ago, Weiner scored his first varsity goal. It helped the Warriors pick up a 2-1 win against Shaker Heights. Down this way, here comes Jackson Holzapple. Left wing, off the stick of Noel Snary. Waller trying to clear it away. Bargeen. Running to the back of a Warrior. Controlled now by Weiner. Weiner curving in, going around the blue line. Fished on through by Holzapple. And it's controlled by Steven Adams. And cleared away by the Crusaders. 105 gone from the Dane Castleman. Check from behind. Never want to see your captain in the sin bin, but that's also an important piece out there, part of that first line of offense for first-year head coach Brad Gibson. In the neutral zone, it's recovered now by Paisley. Garrett Paisley on the chase for it. Griffin Gaspar, nice clear. They'll push the Warriors back in their own zone to retrieve the puck. 6:07 to go in the first period here. 1 of 2 hockey games. Here's a shot, save for Ment. It was Jack Steffam on the odd man rush heading towards Ferment, trying to score a shorthander to put the home Crusaders on top 1-0. Moeller the home team in this contest. Dish towards the right, and Jackson Holzapple gets rid of it quickly towards the Zamboni doors. Here's Adam Gans driving it. Recovered by Charles Huscroft, the captain of Walsh Jesuit. He'll go for Hunter Nalepka. I believe that's icing on the power play cell of Walsh Jesuit. We'll go back as the Warriors and Crusaders are scoreless. 5:31 remains in the first, 2:49 to go on the power play for the Warriors. The WJ Brethren on Twitter. Mo Ice Hockey, if you like Twitter and following the Crusaders, our ice hockey adventures. Collision on the left point. Treated out by Snary. And he'll send it out of the reach past the red line. Huscroft, a nice grab for Paisley, right wing. Up ahead, pushing through. Looks like that's Colasanti, Nate Colasanti. The shot was blocked. Goes back, far point for Captain Huscroft. Huscroft goes towards the left, 2:18 to go on the power play. Blasted at the right face-off circle out of the grab of the Moeller goalie. Between the points now for Huscroft. His shot, Morton Strauss with a save. Back to Nate Colasanti as the Warriors starting to pick up a little steam in this power play. And it's flipped on out of here. Tipped. Oh, it's all on Walsh Jesuit, so we'll go in the neutral zone for it. A puck drop. 1:58 remains on the infraction on Moeller. 4:40 to go in the first. 2 major power plays already in this contest. Played about 10 minutes, 20 seconds. New face-off taker for the Warriors against Jackson Perkins. Fizzled on through, but back to the quarterback of the defense for Walsh Jesuit. Aiden Cook will drop it across the bends. One-on-one battle. Weiner recovers it in front of Adams. Now for Noah Colasanti. Nathan Cook had a mistouch with the puck. He's got a speedy Jaden Perkins trailing him. Gets it off. Warriors back in their own zone, but with the possession. 4:09 remains in the first. 1:24 to go on the Walsh Jesuit power play. While the Crusaders call the Northland Ice Center in Cincinnati home. They share that home with the Elder Panthers, also a women's hockey team of the Cincinnati Saberhawks. Once shared it with the St. Xavier Bombers, as we'll have a whistle. And a delayed penalty for holding. 3:49 to go in the first, 1:07 remaining on that check from behind, and it looks like it's Joseph Holzer, who I believe had that check from behind for Walsh Jesuit. He's going in the box. And it's a minor infraction, so we'll skate 4-on-4 for 1:07. The 4 out there for the Crusaders is Noel Snary, along with Nick Bartiguin, Clay Matthews, and Griffin Gaspar. Like I mentioned, Gaspar, one of the few freshmen making an appearance on the defense as the Crusaders are dealing with a couple of scratches. 4-on-4 time, dropped in front of Zach Ferment. And now here come the Warriors. Some open ice for Jackson Kirscher, working the left wing off the side of the net. His shot will go. Gaspar on the way as Nate Colasanti trying to retrieve the puck. It's back in the right corner. Dished out for Nate Colasanti, denied by Morton Strauss. And Morton Strauss has the loose puck as Nate Colasanti get another piece of it. 3:29 remains in the first. 1:40 to go on the holding call against Joseph Holzer. 47 seconds left on Dane Castleman's major check from behind. Bartiguin strips it away, pushing through. He's got a Warrior bumping him off the puck, and Jackson Holzapfel. Towards the left, we'll have Snary up ahead, while Jesuit picks it back up. Wide of the cage on that send. Nate Colasanti battling with Griffin Gaspar, and the senior can't find the man in the slot in Jackson Kirscher. However, the Warriors keep it alive. Nate Colasanti. Now for Bartiguin. Bartiguin knocked down from behind. Here's a flip going wide of Martin Strauss. 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4 as Gaspar working the back of Jackson Kirscher. Nate Colasanti now helping out the maroon and gold cause. And it's 5-on-4 time now for Moeller. As the puck is whistled dead, Dane Castleman will come back out. He served his 5. 2:41 to go in the first, still no score. 3 penalties already. I believe we just had the one Walsh Jesuit and Springboro. Very clean game. 52 seconds to go on the hold on Joseph Holzer. As Jaden Perkins comes in for the face-off, he's dished out. And Dane Castleman, his first face-off out of the box. Jaden Perkins works the right wing quite speedily. He'll send it wide of the net. Gaspar left point. Continues the Moeller push. 39 seconds left. Here's a blast. It's a glove save. Zach Ferment from Dane Castleman's offer. 37 seconds left in the Moeller power play. 2:25 to go in the first. No score. Brennan Morton Strauss in net opposite Zach Ferment. That's cleared away by the Warriors, who have under 30 seconds to work on this penalty kill. Both teams are 0 on the power play, with both teams getting a chance on a major power play. Griffin Gaspar trying to keep it away from Garrett Paisley. Paisley almost stripped it away, but Gaspar, good control. His first year at Moeller High School in Cincinnati. Private institution in the Greater Catholic League in the South, along with LaSalle, Elder, and St. X. Of course, GCL doesn't have hockey. Moeller and St. X now part of the Capital Hockey Conference. LaSalle and Elder in the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League. Power play done. We're back to 5-on-5 for the first time in quite some time. That was about 9.5 minutes of power play hockey out there. 1:25 to go in the first. No score between Moeller and Walsh Jesuit. Crusaders push it back. Good drop in the slot. However, I believe that's Vondran having to push it through. Castleman drives, going behind the net. Scooped up now, and it's off the protective net. It hangs low here at South Metro Sportsplex. hangs a little bit on those boards. It's short glass. There's a long net that protects the fans in the ice house. 1:07 to go in the first. It's off of Walsh Jesuit on that clear attempt. So we'll go back for a drop. That's Jack Steffam trying to recover the puck. Does so as we enter our last minute of this first period. Now Walsh Jesuit driving. Left wing. Good placement there by Steven Adams. And a whistle and we'll go. And Steven Adams sent that puck out of bounds. We'll go drop in front of Martin Strauss for a face-off. 49.9 seconds to go in the first period. No score. Martin Strauss watching to the right as Steffam handles it for the Crusaders. Here's a dart from Lucy, AJ Lucy, pushing through his Cooper Hollum in front of Ferment. 36 seconds remain in this first. Down this way is Walsh Jesuit. Flipped off, that's Steven Adams recovering it with the right hand. Walsh Jesuit in the ref crease sends it into their attacking zone past the blue line. Steffam trying to push it for the Crusaders. Warriors now retrieve it now. As it's Schoonover again. 13 seconds left in the first, still no score. Here's the captain and Charles Huscroft. Huscroft towards the slot, could not find the stick of Jackson Kirscher. Far point sent, does not get to Martin Strauss. Rebound is shot off Martin Strauss. He makes the save. Nate Colasanti won a penalty, it looks like, but that's 15 minutes accounted for, and no goal between Moeller and Walsh Jesuit. Second period up next as we'll swap sides as the Fighting Crusaders take on the Warriors in a Cincinnati versus Cleveland battle here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. Swap sides as Brendan Martin Strauss now protecting the far side of the ice. And Zach Ferment is right in front of us here in the second story lobby of South Metro Sportsplex. I believe that's Jackson Kirscher. No make that Hunter Nalepka for the faceoff. It's Colin Cook. Starts off the second period. Drive towards the left. Jackson Kirscher around the bends as Martin Strauss. Here's a blast, and Nate Colasanti denied. Rebound behind the alternate captain. Now here comes Moeller's Clay Matthews. Speeding ahead, good speed, and Clay Matthews leveled in the right face-off circle. Barduguin will get it back for the Crusaders. No score here. 35 seconds gone from the middle frame. As Adam Gans has to retrieve it out of the neutral zone with the Warriors drifting closer towards the Crusader defender. Past the blue line, holds Apple. That skips away from Ferment. Left point retrieval, Moeller keeping it alive offensively. Now the Warriors shovel it back. Nate Colasanti on a rush, one-on-one against Griffin Gaspar. Nate Colasanti bumps Barduguin away. But Gaspar's got it again and drives on the other side. Nola Colasanti giving a chase. Both these teams led by first-year head coach, placing long-tenured head coaches. I mentioned Mike Reeder of Moeller. Got to work with him a little bit this fall for Wyoming High School boys soccer playoffs. Great guy. Covered now by Huscroft. And it looks like that puck has left the building. According to Ohio Hockey Digest on the Great Lakes Hockey League preview, very young Warriors squad, very deep Warriors squad. 23 players in all that have made it to the Aviation City, or the Gem City if you prefer. As Nola Colasanti goes for the faceoff. Aiden Cook trying to keep it alive for the Warriors as Moeller enters the attacking zone. Joshua Weiner and Ambach, he hits off the protective net, will go in front of Verment. Another clear attempt that's a little high over the glass. Like I mentioned, Zach Verment and Brody Larcher back. Last year being thrown into the fire, as they say. We'll have a delayed penalty on Walsh Jesuit, and Noah Colasanti's going in for tripping. Fourth penalty already whistled, 13:07 to go in the second, 3 back in the first, including 2 check from behind major penalties as Noah Colasanti's in the box. Nate Colasanti is not out there. Huscroft will come out for Zim. It's the PK cell ready to do its thing again for the Warriors. Both penalty kill units have been up to the test thus far. Loose puck. Aiden Cook got a slight touch on him. Huscroft, he gets checked, but the Moeller Crusaders pick it back up in the neutral zone on his clear. Flipped, intended for Jackson Perkins, left wing. The Crusaders have to go back in their own zone even deeper for this puck. Will Schoonover retrieves it. 1:36 to go in the power play for the Crusaders. Both teams looking to draw first blood. No goals scored in that first period. Nice drop back for Moeller as Jackson Perkins with the feedback. Dane Castman, left point. Back to Jackson Perkins, and that's a penalty on the Warriors, and we might have cross-check or a check from behind, but Huscroft's going to the box. 12:24 remains in the second, 1:17 to go in the original penalty. Huscroft now jumping into the sin bin, and that is a check from behind. Third one called on the day. And that's 5-on-3 time for Moeller for 1:17. Big chance here for the Crusaders. Again, 3-3-1. Lost the last 3. Good start in CHC play. Chiseled away from Moeller's Jaden Perkins. Retrieves it right wing, looks back towards the point. Dialed in the other side. Here's Matthews, and Verment comes up with a nice save. Good blast by Clay Matthews from the left face-off circle. Now we'll drop it to Verment's right. The former head coach of Walsh Jesuit was Pat McKendry. 15 years with Walsh Jesuit, excuse me. Jackson Perkins drives it, tipped away from Jackson Holzapple. Crusaders 50 seconds left on the 5-on-3. No score, 11:52 to play in our middle frame. Clay Matthews, a nice pass. Sweep towards Verment. 2 great saves. That was Jackson Perkins, the closest Crusader there. Verment comes up big. 9 forwards, 5 defensemen, 2 goalies returned to this Warriors squad from last season. Went 3-7 the Great Lakes Hockey League last year. 1-1 thus far. One-timer jammed up, but it's picked up by Gaspar again. Gaspar towards the right. Blocked by Ambach with the big body. Delayed penalty, and Moeller will be sending someone in the box for interference. 26 seconds were left on the 5-on-3, and it looks like Chase Vondran will be going in for Moeller. So we'll skate a little 4-on-3. A little bit of variety in the game. After all, variety is the spice of life, I guess. Some people say that. I don't. We'll drop it to the right of Brandon Martin Strauss. Zach Ferment gets a little bit of a breather. He's got the WJ logo on the side and a big, thick stripe down the middle. All the Warriors have a new American flag planted on all their helmets, as on Twitter, the WJ Brethren shared a picture of that yesterday. Onside, still this 4-on-3. We'll go back to 4-on-4 for a little bit. Shot, Ferment, rebound, Ambach sweeps it away. That'll do it for the 4-on-3, and now we'll skate 4-on-4 for 135. Remember, Walsh Jesuit committed their second check from behind major infraction. So Moeller will have a power play unless there's a penalty in between that. Zappel comes up with a two-legged block. Back for Moeller's Dom Karofillis. Philly squeezed by Ambach. Ola Colasanti trying to help out the stick. Adam Gans for Moeller. It comes up loose. There's a blast towards the slot. Zappel's in the way. 1:02 to go in the 4-on-4. Still in the Crusaders attacking zone. And that's going to be icing on Walsh Jesuit. We'll go back in front for Ferment. 54 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And the last number on the penalty clock is burnout, so that could be 3:04, could be 3:09, maybe 3:03, perhaps. But at least 3 minutes left in that major against Walsh Jesuit. 10:25 to go in the second, no score. Chip towards the right corner. Pushing through comes that's Dan Castleman. Wrong team there for a minute. Off the legs of Noel Snary. Crusaders will have to go back and play it. Brendan Mortenstrauss will jump on it to stop the clocks at 10:10 to go in the second. 39 seconds left on 4-on-4 action. Faceoff goes to Mortenstrauss's left. Looks like that's Stetham going in for the faceoff. Still a little bit of 4-on-4 to work. Here come the Crusaders driving it. That's in the control of Karofillis. No, that's Snary. Snary between the points. And that ricochets off the ankle of Jackson Kirscher. That one stings. Jackson Kirscher recovers for the Warriors. However, he sends it long ways, and it's icing a Walsh Jesuit. That will give the Warriors a chance to swap out a couple as Dane Castleman returns for the Crusaders. 9:45 left in the second, no score. Some of the Springboro Panthers, they'll play the next game for the Hockey for a Cause game against the Centerville Elks. They're watching this game underneath, right behind the glass. Face off towards the left, scooped up by Colin Cook. Now back for Jacob Ambach. Ambach retrieves it on the bounce. Looks at some options, burning some time off. And we're back to 5-on-4, Moeller hockey. 2:04 left in the major infraction against Walsh Jesuit. No score. 9:23 left to go. 3 minutes gone from the major now as Snary shot from it, save. Snary took that shot from the left boards. Ferment comes up with a nice save. 9:15 to go in the second. Still no score, and 150. We'll call that 154. That sounds about right. It is Chase Vondran for the face-off, opposite of Hunter Nalepka. Puck remains with Moeller. It's a blast to the left point, bouncing off. Rebound, shot wide right. Great execution there, just a little wide as Cooper Hollum trying to get it back. Ambach trying to clear it. It stopped to the right point. Moeller keeping it alive. Here is Lucy around the sides. Colin Cook battling Moeller's Cooper Hollum. And we'll have a whistle, and a penalty has been called for hooking. I believe that's now 1:24 left in the major. And someone's going in the box for hooking. A lot of penalties in this game. In goes Cooper Hollum. He'll serve 2 for hooking, and that will put us at 4-on-4. And that'll kill off the major that Walsh Jesuit occurred. Scoreless game, quite entertaining. Drop it to the left of Morton Strauss. Back out there goes Chase Vongran. From the corner, scooped forward by the Crusaders. Jackson Holzappel scores! From the near point, Jackson Holzappel scores. And it's 1-0, Walsh Jesuit. 4-on-4 goal for Jackson Holzappel. The Warriors draw first blood with 8:42 to go in the second. We should still skate 4-on-4. We will stay 4-on-4. But Walsh Jesuit picks up their first lead here in Dayton, Ohio. Did not lead at all in the 2-1 loss to Springboro. In fact, Max Hubbolt, the goalie for the Panthers, had a shutout until 5.7 seconds left in the game. 4-on-4 for the next minute something. And now down this way, the Crusaders send 2 against the big body of Jackson Holzappel, who just scored the first goal of the game. 54 seconds left in the 4-on-4, and then Walsh Jesuit has a slight time with a power play. It'll be about 30 seconds, maybe a little less. Towards the left, quickly delivered to Jack Steffam, right wing. Here comes Steffam, now swapping sides of the ice. Drop towards the end boards, waiting back is Colton Ziem. Ziem pushing up ahead. And his puck will not go for icing. It was touched up in the neutral zone, I believe, as Jack Steffam back to the Moeller bench for Clay Matthews. Moeller pushing again on the 4-on-4. Away from the body of Ziem, picked up by Moeller. Looking to tie it here. Great pass, shot, save from it. Rebound, scorched away. Shot taken by Clay Matthews. Nice play there by Moeller. Ferment up to the task. Back to the Crusaders, right wing. Dropping towards the right corner. That's Jackson Holzappel, who scored the lone goal thus far. And now Walsh Jesuit's got a power play for 24 seconds. 5-on-4 time for the Warriors in maroon and gold. 7:07 to go in the second. Warriors on top. 1-0 as that puck goes out of here. A new puck for the refs. And we'll go in the neutral zone. We're going to drop it on the South Metro Sportsplex logo. This ice completely redone. Brand new chiller installed outside. It's behind the building. Quite a nice updating of the ice systems here at South Metro. Is now Aiden Cook coming in for the faceoff. It's recovered by Jacob Ambach on the bounce. Hits off a Moeller hand. Heading towards the rafters. It's deflected off a stick, so no icing. It would have been a Moeller clear anyway. And we'll skate 5-on-5 for the first time in a while. Ambach picked up by Moeller's Adam Gans. Down this way. And it's played by Walsh Jesuit. They were close enough, I believe. That's why the refs did not blow the whistles. Matthews lost the handle. Huscroft ran into the right bend as it's Aiden Cook up ahead. Can't connect to Jackson Kirscher. We'll come back in front of Ferment with 6:23 to go in the second. 1-0 Walsh Jesuit leads. Both teams looking to hurdle the 500 mark. As we'll see Patrick McCarthy take a face-off against Moeller's Dom Karafilis. Puck behind the net of Ferment. Holzappel swings it around. That's off the stick. Parker Kufel. Now just getting into first shift, and Walsh Jesuit whistled offside. We'll go in the neutral zone for a face-off. 6:09 to go in the second. It's 1-0. Warriors on top. Jackson Holzappel blasts one from the right point to take a 1-0 advantage. McCarthy again for the drop. Covered again by the Crusaders in the white jerseys. Again, numbers on the back of the jerseys. Some of the largest I've seen in sports. Those are great. Wish that had become a trend. McCarthy, left wing, around the curve. Waiting for it is Noel Snary. Back for Moeller, hammered off the boards. Chip towards the right. Here's McCarthy going for it. Moeller's got it, and now the Crusaders racing away. One Warrior got in front of the puck carrier. Apple again looking for Gufel. And it's back for Gaspar, Griffin Gaspar. They'll go over towards the left. Great number that Griffin Gaspar is wearing, 88. Flipped in front of the Warriors bench. It stays in play. Apple keeps it alive for the Warriors offense. 5:13 to go in the second. 1-0 for the Walsh Jesuit Warriors out of Cuyahoga Falls. Gaspar up ahead, jammed up by the Warriors. However, Moeller recovers on the touch and angled away from Colton Ziem. That's going to go for icing on Moeller. 4:59 remains in the second as the Warriors have taken a 1-0 lead thanks to Jackson Holzapple's goal. I have Hunter Nalepka for the Walsh Jesuit side of the faceoff. Towards the blue line is Jackson Perkins trying to battle. Jackson Perkins hammers it off the boards in front, covered by Steven Adams. Chugging along the other side. 4:39 remains in the second. Still 1-0 for WJ and the Brethren. Here's Olivia O'Toole with the feed from the point. The light offside now waved down. It's Moeller gets back on top. Looking for Jaden Perkins. That goes away from him. It's tipped. No icing will be whistled this time. Huscroft rattled into the Zamboni doors. Back to Zamboni doors, the captain pushing through with Olivia O'Toole. Up ahead, Nalepka. That was intended for Jackson Kirscher, and it's going to be whistled for icing. We'll go back in front for a minute with 4:04 to go in the second. Still 1-0 in favor of Walsh Jesuit. Again, the Warriors are here for 3 days. Last game is tomorrow at noon. Before making the trip back to Northeast Ohio. It'll be the St. Xavier Bombers, the newest team in the Capital Hockey Conference. Gaspar retrieves it, chased by a Warrior. Swooping around Noah Colasanti. While they're still in their own zone. Now Crusaders looking to open up some ice. Weiner too heavy on the touch. Ran into the boards. Recovered off the glass, Ambach. They'll find Morton Strauss. They'll hold on for the stop with 3:39 to go in the second. Crusaders looking at a 1-0 deficit on the board. Moeller, their next game is tomorrow against Anthony Wayne. Very good team in the Toledo area. They'll be back home at the Northland Ice Center at 8 a.m., bright and early. That's the best type of hockey. Towards the right. Here's Clay Matthews, right wing, shot from it, save, rebound sharply to Weiner. That took a hop off the post. You can hear the ping out there. Moeller retrieves it again. Right wing time. Nice feedback, however, Weiner's in the way. Adams retrieves it for the Crusaders. Moeller trails 1-0, 3:37 to go in the second. Moeller looking to tie things up. Barty Green. Picked off by the Warriors. Ambach angles it towards the right. Nice chop down. A good scoop. Weiner looking for the feed. The light offside, however, going against Walsh Jesuit. As Aiden Cook now drives and drops it around the corners. The Warriors are allowed to swap out a couple. Swap out their defensive pairing. Joseph Holzer is back out there. Martin Strauss with the rebound save. Barty Green trying to go around with the puck, feeding Clay Matthews. 2:57 to go in the second. Still 1-0 Warriors and icing on Moeller. Icing on Moeller. We'll go back in front of Brandon Morton Strauss, again the lone goalie for the Crusaders. Your assistant coaches, by the way, for Brad Gibson's Crusaders, it's Mike Castleman and Anthony Colella. For Pete Caleri, he's got Bill Beard and George Wright. Big scrum in front of Morton Strauss, keeping it out. Moeller trying to dish it up ahead. A funny bounce off of Colton Ziem. Just now the grab of Cooper Hullum. 2:35 to go in the second. Around the corner. We'll have a whistle. Leave that puck off the protective net. The 2.5 to play. We'll have an ice cut in the second intermission. We should anyway. And we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone, closest to the fans out there. Lots of navy and gold. I see some maroon and gold from Walsh Jesuit. I believe it's one of the bigger trips that the Warriors will make this season, the regular season. Trying to add on here. Here's a nice feeder. And unable to dish it on home, Nalepka. 2:12 to go in the second. Still 1-0 for Walsh Jesuit. Now Moeller pushing it down this way. That's Jaden Perkins driving to the left face-off circle. Jaden Perkins a little slow to get up. For Moeller's puck, Castleman's pass whiffed on. As Jackson Kirscher trying to push it through, back to the captain, Castleman. Castleman takes a tumble, delayed penalty on Walsh Jesuit. Or is that Walsh Jesuit going on the power play? We'll have a cross-check called. 1:45 to go in the second. And I believe the ref yelled number 19. Actually, there's 2 out there, but I believe Nalepka is going to be the guilty party this time. So the Crusaders have a power play. With 1:45 left in the second frame. And a 1-0 Walsh Jesuit lead. Face-off will go to the left of Ferment. Backed up by Brody Lurch today. Nola Colasanti goes for the face-off. Opposed by Noel Snary. Squeezed around the boards. Holzapfel trying to free it away. Nola Colasanti did, but Moeller keeps it alive in their attacking zone. There's Jackson Perkins driving. Blast between the points. Score! Moeller ties it up, 1-1. Trying to see if that was Jackson Perkins or Clay Matthews finishing it off. And we're tied up 1, a power play goal for Moeller. Hear the goal horn played over the PA system out there. Both teams scored their first goal of the game in this frame. It's a 1-1 battle. Face-off center ice. Covered by Moeller, looking to add on here with an even strength goal. It's swept wide by Jack Steffem. Kept alive by the Crusaders. Huscroft to the left. Good box out there, Griffin Gaspar. Around the right bend, it will sail. Huscroft preparing for Ambach. And it will find Nate Colasanti. Last minute, Jackson Kirscher. Swept away by Morton Strauss. 50 seconds left in the second, 1-1 game. Moeller back with it, simple touch towards the left. Back for Huscroft. For Nate Colasanti. They'll give chase to Nick Bartyqueen. 1-1 game now. Schoonover with a dish to the left. Bartyqueen back out there with Griffin Gaspar. 33-88 in that blue line. There's a big hammer by Nalepka out there. Down this way, a breakaway opportunity. Chiseled away from the arms of Jackson Perkins. He takes a couple bumps into the net. 11.5 seconds left in the second. And we'll fix the net. I believe Jackson Perkins asking for a penalty shot there. We'll stay 5-on-5. Jackson Perkins' shift is done. We'll go in the neutral zone, actually. 11.5 seconds left in the second. Lepka takes the Walsh Jesuit face-off. Goes for Ambach. Snary recovers in the neutral zone and holds on to it as we play 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes accounted for. Both teams score their first in the second period. It's a goal for Jackson Holzapfel on a 4-on-4 blast from the right point. And Moeller ties it up late in the second. And both teams head to the locker rooms. Tied 1-1. Third period up next after the Big Blue Zamboni does its thing here in the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. 1-1 game between Walsh Jesuit and Moeller here at the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. Thanks for joining us this afternoon as both teams look to make the hurdle over 500. As Moeller is 3-3-1, they have lost their 3 last games, including the Crusaders' first encounter with Upper Arlington and the Golden Bears, 4-1 last night in the Ice House. And Walsh Jesuit, they're coming off a 2-1 loss to the Springboro Panthers. It's the Door de Non-Columbus CHC for Walsh Jesuit. That's what I'm officially going to call it. But Walsh Jesuit's visiting Dayton, Ohio. I believe their hotel's about 15 minutes from the rink. As Jack Stephan takes the faceoff for Moeller. And we're back underway. The Warriors will battle back down the ice. Moeller makes the trek upwards. Zach Vermette opposite Brendan Mortenstrauss. The Moeller goal was a power play goal for Will Schoonover, assist by Jackson Perkins. Again, Jackson Perkins assists on Will Schoonover's power play goal. Tied up late in the second. Both teams got first blood in the second frame. Here's a blast, Mortenstrauss rebound. Great slide and save, Brendan Mortenstrauss. Rebound to Hunter Nalepka. Not much you can do about that. Mortenstrauss, great recovery back towards the left. It's a beauty of a shot by Nalepka. Mortenstrauss getting well-deserved praise for that save. It could have easily been the second Warriors goal on the contest. But it remains 1-1, 40 seconds into our third. Moeller pushes upwards. Here's Clay Matthews. He'll chase the puck back. It chops away from Steven Adams. Mortenstrauss starting to go for the puck, but he watches senior Nate Colasanti play back well out of the neutral zone, and that trickles off the stick of Zach Vermette. Couple miscues there. 13:55 to go in the third. 1-1 game. Towards the left, here's a blast and a save by Vermette. Jaden Perkins dialing it up. And now signal the shift change. Again, Zach Vermette getting the start today. Brody Lurch got the start against Springboro. Played well yesterday. Swept gently forward for the Perkins. Jackson, the closest one there from Jaden's feed. Here comes a bump from Jackson Perkins. Well, they're trying to keep it alive. Swept away from Jaden Perkins' reach. There's a loose stick. Jaden Perkins has to pick it up from the corner. Walsh Jesuit sends it into their attacking zone, into the grab of Steven Adams. Goes around. Ella Colasanti giving chase. Pinballed off Steven Adams. Loose puck. Ahead is Aiden Cook. He lost the handle deep. Loose puck. Score! Joshua Weiner, his second varsity goal. And it's 2-1. Walsh Jesuit back on top. That time the rebound bounces sharply off Mortenstrauss, and no one could recover until Joshua Weiner steps in and flings it on home. Weiner's second of the year, his first in this weekend tour to Dayton. And it's 2-1 Warriors, 13:03 to go in the third. Walsh Jesuit adding more, looking to add more here. Joseph Holzer giving chase. Warriors battle in the neutral zone with a shovel by Parker Kufelt. Picked up now by Adam Gans. Behind the back of Dom Karofillis. Again, goal for Joshua Weiner, picking up the rebounded puck. I believe it's unassisted for the Warrior. 12.5 to play in the third. Delayed offside, now waved down. It's Moeller's Karofillis trying to retrieve it again. 2-1. Walsh Jesuit, your score. Karofillis, I beg your pardon. Gaspar trying to sweep it forward. Karofillis now with the target on Vermette, therefore no icing. The Springboro Panthers start to hang up their senior banners again. Wicked wide of Mortenstrauss. And flicked the other way by Matthews onto Barty Green. And now here's a shovel. Save for men on the glove. Chase Vondran giving an offer. 11:45 to go in the third. 2-1, Warriors score. Warriors just scored to take the 2-1 advantage. Second lead that the Warriors had here. Again, Joshua Weiner with the rebound goal. Up ahead, Martin Strauss is going to gobble the puck up with Jackson Kirscher, the closest Warrior, closing in. We'll drop it to the right of the Moeller goalie with 11:35 to go in the third, and a 1-goal Walsh Jesuit lead. Chase Vondran again, opposite Hunter Nalepka. From the left corner, off the side of the nets, and out of the reach of alternate captain Nate Colasanti. Covered back by Snary. Picked off by Nalepka with the backhand. Nate Colasanti battling around the bends and finds Bartyguin in the neutral zone. Bartyguin still trying to push it through. Bartyguin, now here is the shot going wide. Vondran picks it up, down low in front, and Ferment holds on strong. 10:54 to go in the third. It's 2-1 Walsh Jesuit. Both teams look for the fourth W of 2019-2020. Again, Walsh Jesuit will have another game here tomorrow at noon against St. X and the Bombers. Meanwhile, Moeller will have the 8 a.m. home match against Anthony Wayne. Very strong Anthony Wayne team. Program, I should mention. From the left point, Moeller keeps it in their attacking zone with Cooper Hullum. Whisk back, Hullum drives it again from the left corner. Back out, there's Jaden Perkins in the left face-off circle. Moeller's defense will whisk it in. Steven Adams dropping back to the point. That puck will stay in play. And it's whistle for icing against Walsh Jesuit. Closest one there was Aiden Cook for the Warriors. Steven Adams doing a nice job making sure to provide the defense if it doesn't go for icing. And we'll drop it to the left of Zach Ferment with 10:23 to go in the third. 2-1 Walsh Jesuit. More Springboro Panthers are watching this game. Covered again by Moeller. Chip towards the left, it's Steven Adams. Looking for Jack Steffam up top. Walsh pushing it down. Towards the right we go for Steven Adams. Back in the neutral zone, and Walsh Jesuit laid offside, lurking in the neutral zone. Walsh back on top of it, Adam Gans. Gans with a sweep towards the left, finds a Warrior instead. 5:11 gone from the third period. Walsh Jesuit with the go-ahead goal, scored by Joshua Weiner. 2-1 Warriors, your score. No icing. Steven Adams back on top of it. Bouncing off a pair of Warriors. Now for the drive of Will Schoonover. Schooney's got the power play goal for Moeller. Shot off the side of the net. Martin Strauss off the glove. Schoonover towards the right. Pushing through is the big body of Jackson Holzapfel, who has scored 2 goals in 2 days here in Dayton. Pushing through, we'll have a tumbling past the blue line, Jackson Perkins. Warriors swap out 2. Blast save, Ferment. Snary from the neutral zone. And back this way, we'll have an icing against the Warriors. And another change up top for B. Calari's Walsh Jesuit team. 2-1, Warriors your score, 8:51 to play in the third. We have a really, really good night for hockey. 2 games for high school teams. Centerville Springboro, who share this rink. Both teams are right by South Metro, not too far away for Springboro, not too far away from Centerville. The ref hands out a stick. So I'm to see the ref play some hockey too. Don't know how that worked, but hey, one good dream. Here's Jackson Kirscher. A whistle and a stop for Ferment. 49 to go in the third. 2-1. Warriors your score. Lots of good hockey fans here this evening. We'll have more trickle in for the Hockey for a Cause game. This place is going to be jumping and loud. And a half to go in the third. Behind the goal line. Moeller in their attacking zone. It's sent on in off the belly of Hunter Nalepka. And here's Vermette. Another glove save for the second-year goalie for Walsh Jesuit. St. X new to the Capital Hockey Conference. The next vote for Walsh Jesuit again tomorrow at noon. If you want to join us, same address here. YouTube.com/South Metro Sports. We'll be streaming live as the Warriors will bid Dayton, Ohio adieu. Shot by Matthews, down low, Vermette save. Matthews between the points, sent one. And Vermette, nice job trapping the puck between the legs. And we'll have a face-off to the right of Vermette. I believe that's Castleman. And Castleman's being instructed to get out for Chase Vondran. As Castleman pushes it. The captain, Vermette, gets a piece of it. And we'll have a Warrior touch it up with Jacob Ambach, left wing. No icing, Aiden Cook going on the other side by the Zamboni doors. Met up with Noel Snary. Back for Vondran. Again, with the left hand stick. Bordeguin towards the left. Covered by Clay Matthews. 7:44 to go in the third. 2-1 Walsh Jesuit your score. Chase Vondran looking to tie things up again for Moeller. 2 leads in this game for the visitors. That's Walsh Jesuit. As Moeller swaps out Brock Rumpke. Back out there. Left corner time. Moeller keeping it alive. However, can't tip it in on that rebound. Castleman works the right corner. It's pinballed off the right point man and Clay Matthews. He'll offer one. Vermette. Couple big checks in the left corner. No penalties as of late. In the first half, we had quite the fair share of penalties whistled. No icing. Moeller will have to go back and play it, including 3 check from behind majors called in the game. Rumpke flicks it towards the left, and that looks to be icing on the Crusaders. So go back in front of Morton Strauss with 6:47 to go in the third. Moeller trailing 2-1. Fighting Crusaders in the Capital Hockey Conference, 2-1 to start off league play. Settled down with the stick of Adam Gans. Crusaders look to dial it on the other side. Parker Kufal in the way. Moeller still driving. Gans again. Towards the left. It's Rumpke off the glass. A sliding right point save made by Walsh Jesuit, keeping it in play. Coming up loose is Chase Vondran. And drop back for Gans. Gans flicks it towards the left bend. Colton Ziem giving chase. Right point. Here's a check by Jackson Holzapfel. The other side, Rumpke awaits. 6 minutes to go in the third, and icing will be whistled against. It will not be called icing. Steven Adams drives it. I believe they said it was tipped in Moeller's attacking zone, therefore no icing. However, this one will be called for icing with 5:45 to go in the third. We'll go back in front of Zach Vermette. For the Moeller Crusaders, like I mentioned, a 2-1 start in league play. First 2 games in the season. Home battles against Gahanna Lincoln and Columbus Academy. Winning against the Golden Lions 10-1, against the Vikings of CA 6-0. That was the University of Notre Dame tournament where Moeller played quite well. Right corner, squeezing in Caro Phyllis. The One-on-one battle. Karafilis picks it up and then take it into the boards. Gets back up on his knees and trying to push it through. However, the Warriors recovered again. Jackson Kirscher to the Zamboni doors. A one-on-one race with Gaspar. Battle as Hollum trying to latch on. Left point, trying to feed it in. And that's in the Moeller bench with 4:55 to go in the third, and a drop in the neutral zone will go. No, Moeller and St. X have not played yet, in case you are wondering. Like I mentioned, it's Gahanna Lincoln Columbus Academy at home. And on the road at Upper Arlington, St. X and Moeller will play their first conference game as varsity foes at the rink formerly known as U.S. Bank Arena, the home of the ECHL Cincinnati Cyclones. That's December 19th, Thursday at 7:30. It's now the Heritage Bank Center. I've never heard that bank in my life before the renaming of the Riverfront Coliseum back in the 1970s when the place was built. It's a shame that place isn't used more for high school hockey. Used for Cyclones hockey, not tournament, excuse me. Actually, they want to put the NCAA men's basketball tournament there. And we'll drop it into the neutral zone. Actually, I think it's off Walsh Jesuit. We'll go ferment with 4:14. Nope. I beg your pardon. It's off Moeller, so we'll go in the neutral zone for a drop. About to say, it's a shame that rink isn't used more for high school hockey. You got several good teams in Cincinnati, at least 6. But back to the action. Clay Matthews giving chase. And down this way, some open ice for Joseph Holzer. Joseph Holzer gets taken down from behind with 3:54 to go in the third. And it's Clay Matthews up top. And we'll have a delayed penalty against Moeller as Ferment races to the bench. Vertigine picks it up. And it's a 5-on-4 power play. The first time in quite some time when we had that long string of penalties. Looks like we'll have some 5-on-4 time for Walsh Jesuit. And I think it might be Matthews in the box, and it's a major. I missed what the referees called it. That's a check from behind. That's the 4th one of the game, which is not a stat that they keep up. Sure, there's been a lot of them in this game. Well, Jesuit has a nice opportunity to put this one away, and Moeller's finest hour starts here. Face-off is Jack Steffem. Opposite was going to be Hunter Nalepka, but now there'll be Nate Colasanti. Between the points, going for Huscroft. Punched away, Martin Strauss, great save. Back to Huscroft again. Swept for Nalepka. Here's Jackson Kirsch, flings it on in, off the end of the Strauss, traps the loose puck. And that's 2 sticks now for Martin Strauss. The stick of Kirscher got somehow wedged in between the actual leg and the leg pad of Brennan Martin Strauss. He's become even more powerful than you can imagine. He's got 2 sticks. It's too bad the other guy doesn't have a stick, but there you go. 3:12 to go in the third, 2-1 game for Walsh Jesuit. As the Warriors look to go to 4-3 on the year. Moeller looking to avoid their 4th straight loss, 3-4-1. Good pass towards the left, Martin Strauss. Great save. And Jackson Kirscher couldn't handle the loose remains. However, here's Chase Vondren. He's asking for a penalty, but the Warriors back with it. 4:16 to go on the power play, meaning we have less time in the game left compared to on the power play, meaning Walsh Jesuit could end the game up on a 5-on-4. Flick back, there's a blast, and it's blocked. Moeller needs a shorthanded goal to tie it back up. Here comes Vondran. He'll take the right wing this time. Spin around the Warrior to the right face-off circle, curving back. 2:29 to play in the third. 2-1 Warriors. Walsh Jesuit recovers it behind the cage of Zach Ferment. And down this way. Nice job standing the ground. Will Schoonover. It's on target of Ferment on that clear. 2:05 left. Both chains will swap out some of their units. Towards the left for Noah Colasanti. Back for Griffin Gaspar. There's a Crusader in the neutral zone, touching it up, and Dan Castleman. Warriors back with the drive, 1:47 to go in the third. 3:10 left on the infraction on Moeller. No penalty, or no icing, I should say, excuse me. Up ahead for Snary. Up ahead, here's Castleman, speeding ahead. Cleanup job for Jackson Perkins. Jackson and Jane are indeed twins, both seniors on this Moeller squad. 1:20 left in the third, 2-1 Walsh Jesuit. Down this way, Adams, no icing. Adams will play it. Flung forward, that is a clear by Moeller. So we enter our last minute of regulation. Scooped up by Snary. Keeping it alive for Moeller. Waiting at the right point, we'll have Chase Vondran. Walsh Jesuit coming back this way. Last minute, flung high enough to protective net. I believe it was untouched, Jackson Holzapple. And we'll drop it in the neutral zone because it's all off of Walsh Jesuit. 2-1 game, Warriors on top. Timeout, Moeller. 47.7 seconds left in regulation. Moeller down by a goal. Moeller will be back here at South Metro Friday, December 13th. It'll be Springboro Moeller. We'll have that game for you here on YouTube. I believe we'll have that game for you here on YouTube, I should say. And then it's back home to the Northland Ice Center for an afternoon affair next Saturday against Olentangy Liberty. And then a trip to Dublin, Ohio, not Ireland, as the Crusaders get Dublin Scioto. And then it's the GCL game, again at the building formerly known as the U.S. Bank Arena, Riverfront Coliseum. St. X Moeller, Thursday, 7:30. I believe the JV game plays at 5 between the Bombers and the Crusaders there. And then it's time for the Holly Days tournament for Moeller, which is between Findlay, Ohio and Bowling Green, Ohio. As the Crusaders get 2 games at the Bowling Green State University Slater Family Ice Arena and 2 games at the Cube. No, it's not shaped like a cube. Trust me, our first time was at the Cube was last year. It's not shaped like a cube. But another battle with Anthony Wayne, this time not at 8 a.m. It'll be at 10 a.m., but that's still later in the month. Moeller retrieves it. A flip towards Ferment, and racing off the ice is Morton Strauss, which effectively ends the power play. It's 5-on-5, but there's still that empty net for Moeller. Trying to keep it in is Jackson Perkins. Down this way towards the empty net. Tip, empty netter goal, and a power play goal too for Jackson Kirscher. 3-1 Warriors, 21.6 seconds left in the third. Moeller's gamble cost the Crusaders a goal there. Again, the final touch was Jackson Kirscher, an empty net power play goal. Not every day you get to say empty net and power play in the same sentence, but there we go. Hockey's got a little bit of everything for you. Face off center ice. Stefan trying to push it through. Still power play time for the Warriors. Remember, it was a major infraction, meaning you serve the whole 5. It's going to be icing on the Warriors with 7.2 seconds left in the third. 3-1. Walsh Jesuit with their largest lead here in Dayton. Again, the Warriors get St. Xavier tomorrow at noon, and they'll be here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. And Moeller has the early rise and shine game against Anthony Wayne at 8 a.m. That should be a really good game. I'll be interested in seeing the result. Scooped up by Snary. That's the game. 3-1, Walsh Jesuit wins and improves to 4-3 on the year. Moeller falls to 3-4-1. They've lost their last 4. Have the Fighting Crusaders. Game-winning goal goes to Joshua Weiner. picks up his second with the varsity crew. And also puts it away for the Warriors. Jackson Kirscher gets an empty net power play goal to seal the deal. And Walsh Jesuit will take on St. Xavier tomorrow at noon. We hope you join us here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. Until then, this is Lee W. Mowen signing off. Join us on the Centerville Elks Hockey channel as the Elks will battle the Springboro Panthers for Hockey for a Cause. We'll see you there.